Hey, what's up interwebs? I'm that toy guy, and today I'm going to be taking a look at Transformers The Last Knight Premier Edition Voyager class Autobot Hound. Wow, that was a mouthful. And here he is, and here's his box. His box is here as well. Let's take a look at his box. Here's his box! And you have a picture of Hound on the front, which is spectacular. It's much better than the Age of Extinction Hound packaging art. But yeah, on the front you have Autobot Hound. It says the franchise. That still makes no sense to me. On this side it says Voyager class, Transformers, Autobot symbol. On this side you have that same picture of Hound, munitions expert. On the back, picture of the toy. How many steps? That is a very crappy picture of that Megatron toy, by the way. It looks so much better than that picture. Anyway, it also tells you what comes with the box. And on the top of the box, there's some writing. And it extends all the way down to about here. And it says Transformers when you translate it. You know, those little decoders that are online and whatnot that you can see. Now, it's on all of the Deluxe and Voyager boxes. Unfortunately, the Deluxe boxes, I only have Decepticon Deluxes, and Barricade's hand is in the way of a couple of letters. I can't see it. But here is Voyager Prime's box. And on top, you have those same letters. Now, if you notice, there's no letters right here. On Hound's box, there are letters right there. This says Transformers. This says Transurmers. They forgot two letters. It says it on this guy's box and on Grimlock's box. And so they corrected it with Hound's box by putting those two letters right there. And I think that's funny how they made a mistake and the word is Transurmers. I think it's funny. Anyway, here is Hound, and he's very blurry. Here is Hound in focus now, and he looks really, really cool. I really love the way this vehicle mode looks. It looks a lot better than the turtle we got from Age of Extinction. So he's a Mercedes tactical defense military vehicle van truck thing instead of an Oshkosh thing. And so just taking a quick look at the front here, you have some very nice painted headlights, and this is all painted. This black bit's all painted. Excuse me, you got the Mercedes logo right there. The grill's painted. You got the little push bar thing on the front. All the windows are painted in a nice shiny blue plastic, or not plastic, paint. You have Decepticon kill count on both doors, which is really cool. But my favorite paint app on this guy are the wheels. They painted dirt into the tires. I just think that's a very nice attention to detail. And that's something you don't see very often on official Transformers toys. And to get it on an official movie Transformer toy, for a movie that didn't do so well, that I think is really, really cool. But yeah, you can see there's a lot of nice surface detail sculpted on the back. He does have those visible arms right here, but that's alright. The back, though, is quite messy. Like, there is quite a lot going on here. Nothing really you can do about it due to the transformation, but yeah, oh well. He does roll. Come on, focus. He does roll very well, which is good because he's lifted off the ground. And for a comparison, here he is with Age of Extinction Hound. And he's already a lot bigger than the Age of Extinction Hound. And this one's my favorite of the two. And here he is next to a Last Knight Deluxe. Here's Berserker. And I guess that kind of scales. I mean, Berserker's still a little too small to scale, but yeah. Now, for accessories, he does come with one of these, one of these, one of these, one of these, and one of these. Those are his guns, and just taking a quick look at them here. Here's the tiny little... Focus on the tiny little gun, camera. Wow, camera, you suck right now. Focus on tiny little gun. There we go. This is the tiny little gun. He gets two of these. It's like a triple-barreled machine gun or something with a couple of ports, with a port and a couple of pegs. And he gets two of those. He has two of these things, which are like these double-barrel shotguns of sort. You got a lot of nice sculpted detail on there. And I love the way that these gaps are recessed in so much that it looks like they're painted in black even though they're not. And then you have this little holder piece that holds all the weapons together. And what I mean by that is this. You can take the guns and you can just peg the little ones into the big ones. Then you take the big ones, you get the holder, and you just forget immediately how to do this. I'm putting them on backwards. Then you just peg it all together, just like so. And there you have Hound's guns all combined up. Let me just make this equal because OCD. There we go. There we go. And he has this little gun pack that can peg into any of these ports, but preferably the middle one. So you just plunk it on top. And now this can go up and rotate, so it already has more articulation than majority of the tank transformers out there. But yeah, I really do wish, though, my one gripe with the vehicle mode is I wish that the entire back section was on here, like in the movie, because this is not movie accurate. In the movie, he had, where did Age of Extinction go? He had a back end kind of like this. And he doesn't here, and I kind of wish he did. But, oops. But oh well. Now, another thing that kind of sucks, these weapons are absolute garbage. I mean, I would have liked to have seen him come with these. Like this. Like all of this. From Age of Extinction Hound. Those weapons are cool. These are the weapons I display this guy with. Not these. Unless he's in vehicle mode. But let's get him out of that vehicle mode, shall we? And let's transform him. It's kind of complicated. And I like that. I like how it is kind of complicated. So, to start off with, the first thing you want to do is pull these sections back, like so. Then you want to scratch your face because it's itchy. Then you want to take these sections and bring them out. Now, this is a little scary because you want to rotate this. And you got to flex it past this peg here because there isn't really much clearance. And I'm always scared I'm going to scratch some of this awesome paint off, which is a little bit annoying. You just bring them out, and in here, there are, out of focus, in here, there are these little nubs and this little notch, and they're just going to line up, just like that. Just do that on both sides, make sure they're all lined up. Next thing you want to do is you want to come to this top bar section and pull. Then you want to split it, and then grab this side here and pull it out, just like so. That'll bring out the arms. Next thing you want to do is you want to fold out the hand, rotate this down, and fold the hand out the rest of the way. It'll click into place. Then you want to bring the rockets around and fold the arm down. Then you want to bring this section up, and it will hug underneath this little bit of plastic there, and that will lock the arm into place and rotate it down. There's an arm. Just want to do the same thing on this side. Just rotate the hand out, click the hand in place, bring this out, rotate, clip that in, fold it down. There you have both his arms all done. Now let's start working on the legs. So let's pull this out. You want to then separate this front section right here. Bring it down, bring this down like so, and just get them out of the way. Bring this front section down, fold the wheel down like that. Open up the tire to create the foot, bring the leg down the rest of the way, and then bring this side panel down like so, and then you can just adjust this back part however you want. And that's a leg all done. So just do the same thing on this side. Pull that out, pull that down, pull this out, pull this down, rotate, flip this out, bring this down all the way, bring that down all the way, and then just orient that. There you have his legs. Now, next thing you want to do is you want to come up here and pull this flap out, and it will automorph his head out, which I think is pretty cool. Then you compress his waist down, and there you have Transformers The Last Knight Voyager class Hound in robot mode, and he looks so much better than the Age of Extinction one. He has his gut. He's fat. His head's bigger. It's a little too big, but it's bigger than the tiny little noggin we got with Age of Extinction Hound. The arms aren't weird angles, and the wheels actually become the feet. I'm so happy that all that happens. But just all around, this guy looks really cool. Getting a quick look at the back here. Just get a look at that. Wow, blurry. Look at the head sculpt. That is Hound. I mean, I wish there was a little bit more black paint around the beard. And again, no cigar, but, you know, North America, children and cigarette laws and stuff like that, and not wanting to get sued, have prevented him from getting a bullet cigar. You get some very nice paint all around this guy, which I was not expecting to get a lot of paint on him. You get rockets are painted, the arms are painted, the chest. You got his utility belt all nicely sculpted in. You got some more paint over here. You got some more paint down here. You can clearly tell where your extra $10 is going when you buy this guy. And I really like that about these new figures. You can tell why they cost so much. But there are always faults with toys, and this toy is not without its faults. The first thing is the legs. Look at that. Look at just that hanging off the back. Doesn't help. In the movie, like I've seen the movie, and in the movie, the way he transforms, that ends up going in his gut. That becomes his gut. I kind of wish there was a way for them to do that, because this just looked ugly hanging off the back of his legs. And just the way all of this is sculpted right here, the articulation in his legs is quite limited. And I'll get to that when I talk about the articulation. That and the fact that his head is a little too big and his arms are a little too short. He's disproportionate overall, that's what I have to say. He's disproportionate. That's my major gripe with the robot mode. But yeah, he looks really, really cool. Now, again, there's all these guns. He can, hold guns and hold the gun. But these guns suck, so I don't have him holding those guns. What I do is I give him these guns. Right there. Yeah, that's better. That looks much better. These are the weapons I display my Hound with. Obviously, they usually are gray, but I painted them. There are a whole bunch of storage spots for his weapons on his back. You have 2 new ports right there and all of these old ones here. And another cool thing that's revealed in robot mode are these. That port and that port. And you can take the old Hound's weapons, and they had these little nubs on them, and you can peg them in to those ports right there and store his old weapons on the new body. I think that's really cool. You can only do it really with 2 weapons, though. You can only really do it with these. But that's still pretty cool how that's included. So, articulation for this guy. The head is on a ball joint, which is really cool. A little limited due to his beard, but it's articulated. The shoulders are on a pin disc hinge, so they can do pretty much whatever you want. The shoulders go out that far. Bicep swivel. Double jointed elbows, which is double jointed for the sake of being double jointed, which is pretty cool. And the wrists can swivel. Wish they put this on Optimus Prime, but they didn't. Oh well. He has a ratcheted waist joint. It only goes about that far due to this back plate here, but that's okay. I mean, how much more do you really need? You don't really need that much. The hip skirt can move out of the way. Legs can go forward. They can't go back because of this panel. My computer's making dingy noises. They can only go out about that far. He has a thigh swivel, but because it moves this giant chunk of just stuff, it does tend to get in the way a lot when posing. Need to step back up. The knees bend only about that far. That's just under 90 degrees. And the toes can move up and down. And then one thing I was not expecting with this guy, ankle tilt. He has a dedicated, semi-dedicated ankle tilt. It's great. I love that. That's really cool. Now, the coolest, what I think is the coolest part of this toy. Yeah, you can scalp him. He's got a removable helmet. That's cool because he removes it a lot in both movies, and that's awesome. I love that. Yeah, that's him. So for a comparison, here he is with Age of Extinction Hound. There he is next to him, and he's a little taller, but you can see the vast improvement between these two, like regular arms versus weird curvy arms, no panels here. He's got the gut going on. His legs are done a little bit better than this guy right here. The head's bigger, removable helmet. It's just really nice. And for another comparison, I forgot to do this in vehicle mode, so oh well. Here he is next to Skydive, just so you can see how he scales there. And yeah, Hound overall is pretty cool. I mean, it starts off well with the vehicle mode, then the transformation in the middle of it is a little bit questionable at best, and then the robot mode is messy, but it still looks pretty cool. It's kind of like how the movie turned out. Anyway, yeah, I picked this up at Toys R Us. It was on sale, because for some reason every time a new wave comes out, Toys R Us immediately puts them on sale, so thank you for that. But yeah, is he worth $40? I'd say yes. I mean, again, it's totally up to you. Your money, you spend it however you want. But I feel like it is worth the $40 asking price, even though I didn't pay $40. So that has been my look at the Transformers The Last Night Premier Edition Voyager Class Autobot Hound, and that's still a mouthful. And I'm that toy guy, and stay tuned for my next video.